My third eye's open, I can see past the commotion. I can't get lost in the moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I live on the side with the chosen. Higher dimensions we going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My third eye open, I can see past the commotion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I live on the side with the chosen. Higher dimensions we going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm guaranteed to check like TSA. 1 in a million like Elise say. My words come with 50 million in the base. Set my intention, let it marinate. You get a vibe dope and you get rid of weight. We come together, we need each other in a special way. Sun gazing, Pinot Glendy calcification. Sunbathing this neural melanin activated. Daily affirmations of truth, no affidavit. Shadow work can be a big part of manifestation. I don't want it if it's tainted. And I'm not here to be famous. It's a lot that I came with. I did a lot of explaining. And I talk it how I live it. You don't evolve, then you fall for anything you giving. I'm giving everything that I got and what I'm missing. I'm working on myself, can be my worst critic. Yeah, can be my third eye's open, I can see past the commotion. I can't get lost in the moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I live on the side with the chosen. High dimensions we going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Peace, peace, peace to the tribe.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro?
Nope. Maybe it's me. Hold up.
Peace, tribe. Can y'all hear me? So we've been having some technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? That's why we, as y'all can see, we've never started, after 5:55. But had some technical difficulties behind the scenes. So if y'all can let us know if y'all can hear us right now. For sure. Yeah, they lit in the tribe, you know what I'm saying? The tribe is in the chat. Peace to Shadowwork Sundays mama, she is in the building. This is Shadowwork Sundays, Shadow Codes to Lightwork, and I am King Manifest.
Hey. And it's the guy, Kak Khalil, man. We back here for another episode of Shadowwork Sundays, man. Grateful to be here today, man. Grateful to be here with the tribe. And just tap in on this class, you know what I'm saying? Get these notes taken, integrate them, and pass the test, you know what I'm saying?
And so tonight we are talking about test your strength. Like I said in the promo, based off of the aspect, the strategy, the cheat code, the code switch that Mortal Kombat presents of test your might. And so we are talking about, these situations. See, what happened is that me and Kai, our strength got tested, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, through the technology and through different things. Source was testing us right before the show. And so we're going to talk about the code switch, Oh man, peace to King OC, man. My brother in the building.
Wholeness to everybody in the tribe, man. We here.
Peace to the tribe, man. We big lit. Lionsgate Portal coming up, family. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kai is tapped in, big Leo energy. My solar return is August 16th. His is the 17th. So this energy been hitting us, you know what I'm saying, in a very intense way. You know what I mean? So we are excited. And I'm gonna let you know right now, we are, if you want to accept this offer, we are transitioning out of the 7 energy into the 8 energy. You know what I'm saying? Us as ancient ones, the ancient souls, we are ahead of time. We are completely merged with Source. You know what I'm saying? The all-knowing. And so we are now walking into abundance. You see what I'm saying? So we got to understand how to pass these tests, because as my wife said, every test only presents itself because it is an opportunity to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I say. So before we actually go in, we're gonna vibe with y'all. We're finna have a little fun at the beginning of this episode. You know what I'm saying? So let me get my camera right. I have my face not in here. All right, can y'all see me? We good? We rocking? All right, so to start this episode off, I want to do a tribute. You know what I'm saying? And so, as we all know, the industry, the so-called industry, you know, they think they taking over, right? And we tired of this whack music. The whole world is tired of the vibration that they pushing, and we gotta boss up. We gotta take over. You see what I'm saying? And so, we know we are a part of that takeover and a part of, you know, setting setting the right trends. How about that? So I want to give love, show love, gratitude to the God. So I have just started a record label called Vibration Industries. You know what I'm saying? And we taking over, and the first artist, you know, and creative director of this label, you know, is the one and only God. You know what I mean? The coolest guy. You know what I'm saying? We say we here to make healing cool, but a God is making healing cool out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And so, Drink champs like to get their flowers and their tributes, but I want to show love to the God and really let them know and really let y'all know how official we rocking and what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it real quick.
I close my eyes just to see, just to speak, and light language, telepathy, channel downloads, have to upload when I breathe. Just like that, and now I'm free. Let's take a walk in our mind, let's just breathe. 1, 2, 3, and release. Now connect your roots like a tree. Now we grounded and we opened up the mind to be free. Now we walk up to this door, open.
Man, Source, like, what's the vibes? Like, I know what shadow work is. I know what my inner child is. Heck, I even know what my traumas are. But things just keep coming up, and I feel like I'm still not healing.
Put it all inside this crystal hard drive, we finna process it. Light a source, I humbly ask you to put some God in it. Darkest of the ethers, I ask you to put some raw in it. Now hold this hard drive by your heart and insert the upgrade. I am free to release thought.
But why you keep staring at the screen like this?
What you mean,
like,
God? My inner child is lit right now. I got 2 eyes and this is what you see. We're here with King Manifest on Shadow Work Sundays News to bring you the newest information about you. King, go ahead. And the collective is at a current state of realizing that on a deeper level, everything that they're experiencing is literally just a projection of their internal reality.
So I'm honored to, you know what I'm saying, publicly in front of y'all, let y'all know, you know, Khalil is rocking and vibrating, you know what I'm saying, with Vibration Industries as an artist. Well, Khalil is the artist, and then we got Khalil as the creative director. And so we about to get in some of his gifts, right? Because we got a music video that we just dropped, or a visualizer that we just dropped, that, you know, the guy tapped in on his creative abilities, you know what I'm saying, and made that happen. We also got an album cover that we about to show y'all, you know what I'm saying, to our album that the guy actually drew and painted, you know, on the canvas, you know what I'm saying, straight from the source channel, you know what I mean? And so I just, you know, I know Kyle don't even know this was happening. So I just want to show love, bro, and really, you know what I'm saying, let them know how we stepping and how we coming, you feel me?
First and foremost, I gotta ground myself, cause like I wanna, all right, much gratitude, you know what I'm saying, wholeness, abundance, prosperity, tranquility, you know what I'm saying, serenity, you know what I'm saying, growth, all aspects of that to everything that you're doing, we're doing, you know what I'm saying, anybody who is connected to us, anything that we're building, growing, initiating within our self-healing, growth journey, you know what I'm saying, conscious expansion, soul awareness, everything, you dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm grateful to be here. And like, I ain't gonna hold you. Life is becoming surreal. You dig what I'm saying? And like, King is a very big part of that. Like, if like, first and foremost, look, look, bro, get out my freaking head. Like, on everything that I love. I don't care. When you thought of doing this, I was literally finna do this shit, bro. Like, I was just waiting for the. And you beat me to it.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey,
Like,
it's
hey. I don't
we
even
here,
know.
bro.
Oh, we here. Like, that's all I can say. And first of it, lastly, you know what I'm saying? Much gratitude to Source, and definitely like how everything is just beginning to orchestrate and yeah, bro. Like, and much gratitude to Shadow Work, like in this platform and just everybody and just everybody and the way that we're able to interact with one another in a high vibrational manner, low vibrational manner, and holistic manner. You dig what I'm saying? Just for Source to remember what it is to be itself and nothing all at the same time. I know that's kind of deep, but
All at
I'm
the
all over
same
the place.
time.
But yeah, I'm lit, bro. I was already lit before this episode, but now like I don't know what you trying to do, but we here. Let's
I
get
know, yes, sir. We here.
it. Yeah, I know you
So-
should, so let's
so-
get it. You trying to
so-
get me back? That's
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Y'all seeing things play out in real time, tribe. You know what I'm saying? This little bro, man, and you know the takeover is here. Whatever it is that we got to do, whatever it is that you know, I was finna be funny. You know how Suge, you know, if you want to get down with Death Row, you know, I'm like, you know, say you want to tap in with Vibration Industries, you know what I'm saying? Definitely hit me up, you know, because it's serious. You know, the industry, they come together. We got to come together. You know what I'm saying? With these weird vibrations.
And I'm talking about
I
like
embody weird. You know, me and Kyle embody the weird aspects of us, the things that make us different, because that's what makes you legendary. You feel me? So y'all tap into those parts of yourself.
yeah, bro. It's for me. This whole experience has been Shadow Work showing itself who it is full force. You know what I'm saying? And the power that it actually has to see, this is what everybody is missing as far as the collective, right? We all want to be connected and tapped in with one another and everything, and that's a light aspect perspective, right? But it's missing the shadow. How we gonna do that without actually being able to tap in with each other's shadow and talk to one another when we just down the third? You dig what I'm saying? So like, yeah, we really here, and for y'all to tap in on a level that y'all have like never experienced before, and to quantum jump into quantum leap. Yeah, it's cool to do it through the light, but what about doing it through the shadow? You dig what I'm saying? This is what we here to do, man. All these episodes, all these classes, hosts, we here. Just accept the codes. Tap in.
I'd say. So with that being said, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and tap in. We finna tap in. I'm gonna explain the record after. That's what I was trying to figure out. If I was gonna explain this record before or after the video. But I don't know if y'all have got to tap in with Seven Dragonflies, a record, a single that we are actually dropping on 8/8 Lionsgate on the Lionsgate portal. We tapping in, and so it's called Seven Dragonflies because I'm gonna explain the meaning of it and how the song came about after. But we did shoot a visualizer where we actually shot our own scenes, edited ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like we did everything ourselves. You feel me? So, and we're not even in the same city, so or the same state for that matter. But we in the same space cosmically in a
same realm, dimension, consciousness. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, we're here.
So that's how this was created. So let's get it. Oh, my fault, G. That mug straight not playing.
Oh, never mind. There we go.
Do me a favor and look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, am I perfect yet? If the answer is no, you're right. Being the best version of yourself is part of self-improvement. It's either reaching your limit or breaking your limit. The first step to improve is to realize you're not perfect. Ask yourself who you are. Do you want to become? What are you gonna do about it? A man conquers the world by conquering himself. Learn how to take control over your body and mind.
Dragonflies flying over me. I can see the trees as I plant seeds. Feel like something trying to take a hold of me. Block my manifestation abilities. Ancestors talking, I can hear your voice. Say they trying to rob me for my life force. Well, I'm here to tell you I ain't going for it. On me, I'm protecting my life force. Now I ain't dimming, I ain't flicking my light. Ancestors told me kill a demon on sight. They ain't following the law, I had to read them, they right. So above, made a sacrifice for love like Christ. Bug, and I can see that you attracted to light. I showed you my shadow, just to alchemize as I'm walking above me, 7 dragonflies. Everybody want a piece of the pie. Is that right? I'm airtight. I'm everywhere and nowhere to end the time. You a mustard seed, I'm the faith of God. My energy's forever, it never expire. I went to hell and looked the devil right in his eyes. I ain't have fear, but he feared God. I showed him love as he came to the other side. Source has arrived. I say, I won't let you drain my vessel and block the blessings on my schedule. Separation is the next level. Talk that talk. I say, and watch me manifest. I had a talk with the dragon himself. Conversation was so real. Told me to protect my life force. You expand your aura when you channel your life force. I say, God. Open channels to the universe. I say.
What is taking back my power? I have to take back my power by switching passwords to my router. I just be feeling so much with my sense of touch. See, you can't lie when I'm the scout. Bet you whenever you punch that yell I might duck, but I'm coming back with the counter. Feeling the speed in my heart, cause I channeled the dark inside me and healed my lotus flower. Going deep for hours, time been moving faster. Seeing all the actors, then I peeped the cast. I became a master, watching my inner child master what it is to be a shadow dancer. Out any cancer against me and King by the power of source you gon' answer. And maybe protect our protection from any infection forever and ever and after. We've been having life force since life forced us through the womb. If you really think we gon' fake what you niggas, it's quite asinine to go on and assume. My aura glowing gold, and my wisdom untold that I'm destined to lead with a tone that is Robert and light like a 582 just to keep making you love you. Dragonflies flying over me. I can see the trees as I plant the seed. Feel like something trying to take a hold of me. Like my manifestation ability. Just talking, I can hear your voice. Said they trying to rob me for my life force. While I'm here to tell you I ain't going for. So I'm protecting my life force. I say, homie, I'm protecting my life force. Did I tell you I ain't going for? I'm taking back so we don't gotta war.
Big manifest.
Homie, I'm protecting my life force. Did I tell you I ain't going for? And I'ma take it back so we don't gotta war.
We done fighting.
It's a fusion day. My life force. Homie, I'm protecting my life force.
Dragonfly flying over me. I'm talking about for real. I'm talking about song so powerful it had really had dragonflies flying over me too. In the car.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, we back. Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the how was this song created? What inspired this song? So first and foremost, me and Cop peeped some situations where there were people trying to take our life force, trying to use our energy. And we caught on very fast, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, it was kind of like an open portal of information, of downloads that Source was giving us about this area of protecting our energy, right? And when we talk about the 7 energy and the 8 energy, you know, life force energy is very important when it comes to manifesting and when it comes to abundance and when it comes to prosperity. That is abundance and prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Your life force. And so that was a download we got. Then I woke up and every while and I like to take a walk. You know what I'm saying? I might take a walk, smoke or something, to take a walk. And I go to this certain spot. When I went there this day, it was 7 dragonflies. Now, Kim, I have a, Kyle tell you, I'm very connected with dragonflies. I have a lot of, my ancestors speak to me through dragonflies, you know, and many other things that I'm not going to expose on the live. But the point is that I have 7 dragonflies flying over me. So I go into a meditation. When I go into this meditation, I am met with a dragon. And this dragon is telling me, you know, in very layman's terms, raw and real and direct, to protect your life force. You know, and I could tell that me and Ka souls was both there. It wasn't like, it was a message to us as one soul, but two, you know, it was just, and so that's how this song was created. I know that probably was a lot, but yeah.
No, man, it's pure flow state. You know what I'm saying? It's receiving the message, integrating it, and then formulating into your reality based off your creative expression. You dig what I'm saying? And it just so happened to align, you know what I'm saying, with me. Like it's so crazy because, like, I ain't gonna say crazy, it's so amazing and source made. You dig what I'm saying? Because whatever King go through, I'm going through it in some way, shape, or form. And then we sit there, we're like, bro, what the, like, how you just, it be the crazy, like, bro, our hat is even the same color, bro.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Yep.
Like, so it be like, even stuff like that unplanned, and it's just like, man, that's even a form of our test or our strength being tested as well. You dig what I'm saying? Because we haven't met, we haven't anything, but how are we this alike? You dig what I'm saying? So various different forms in which we're finna tap in today. You dig what I'm saying? But
it's gonna get real exciting. So before we go there, I would like you, Kai, to present the artwork. And then after that, we will present, we're going to let y'all know the album release date. And then we're going to get into the thing and bowl. We're going to get into the message, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let's tap in, Kyle. You know, obviously, I can kind of give you an alley hoop in the aspect of, you know, I was on the phone with Kyle one day. Well, I ain't even going to go that deep. I'm going to just say, I tapped into Ultra Ego. You know, I unlocked Ultra Ego, and I didn't even know about Ultra Ego in Dragon Ball Z. Like in that, I wasn't that deep into it, or didn't remember. But I unlocked that aspect of me, which Kyle tell you I have. I'm not gonna say mastered the shadow, but I have
master student.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to the shadow, so that's Vegeta. That Vegeta energy, you know, and Kai unlocked Ultra Instinct, which is Goku. And but from the most, like, a real, not from a, you know, cartoon, we talking like real in real time, you know, and then I'll let you take it away, my brother.
Yeah, so basically, we've been having just various forms of just synchronicity as far as like Dragon Ball Z, and it's very aligning because like King said, he's tapped into an aspect of himself where his ego has become its higher self, which we talk about on the podcast, and then towards my light has become an aspect of its higher self, integrating the ego that King is teaching me through its shadow codes to light work. You dig what I'm saying? And therefore that helped us to realize through various forms of us studying not only, you know what I'm saying, information, but also studying our craft, Shadow Work Sundays, and our podcast, and we were realizing, bro, bam, right there, we're on the same channel, this, that, and the third, and we're realizing how we was becoming one throughout this whole process of just this shadow work being thing, you know what I'm saying, consciousness, wrong reality, and how we was realizing we were one in the same soul. You dig what I'm saying? So throughout this process, then the Dragon Ball Z, and we tapping in on that, and it just fully resonated, because we all know the Dragon Ball Z story. They had tails, and they from another planet. They got sent here. This, that, it's all the same. They get mad and transform. It's the same thing. Chaos being. You dig what I'm saying? So it was just like we tapped in, and then King tapped in. He was like, "Bro, I need some artwork." Like I'm like,
And guess
me.
what? Let me segue this real quick. So I'm real big on Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of,
Yeah.
you know, the foundation, should I say, or the inspiration of, you know, what Source has me building. And so Wu-Tang tapped in, you know, with different aspects of, you know, of martial arts or karate, you know, the Shaolin, and, you know, they tapped in with different aspects. Wu-Tang versus Shaolin, that was their thing. And that's where they bonded, but they saw deeper meanings in it. And they were able to, you know, essentially channel messages from Source due to these deep coded shows or whatever this was. And so us understanding who we are and understanding the Wu-Tang aspect, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, I'm gonna put it like this, we building the Wu-Tang of this generation. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And just so happens, Source gave it to us. We didn't have to go look for it. Source gave it to us, which was, you know what I'm saying, this fusion dance, you know what I'm saying? This Vegeta and Goku, this light and this dark, you know, coming together and not fighting each other, but becoming one. And I come from a very much so shadow play. Not that Kai hasn't been in the shadow, but we all know Kai is just pure light, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that is amazing. And so we bring the balance to each other. And what's deep now is that I am actually merging, and now I am in an aspect where I'm in light work and Kai is in shadow. And so it's a beautiful aspect of what's happening in our real life. It's more than music. This project is full of activations, downloads, that, and everybody say that, but you know, I'm not even gonna gaslight it. Y'all just will hear, but I know that it was Source channeling messages through us, and these things were happening in our real life. Like, you know, I really can't even explain the connections to our ancestors, to my different things, different rituals that we were actually being told to do. You know, it was a lot that happened, you know, during this time. You know, and during this time of this project, it sparked a healing within both of our families, an unrealistic. That's why this episode is this episode. It sparked an unrealistic wave of healing in our family. You know, so yeah, I felt the need to share that. But you ready, G? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So the artwork. So King hit me. He was like, bro, I need some artwork. Anytime King, anything have to do with art, I'm trying to do it. But especially like it's King, I'm trying to make his, because it's like the stories he tell and the business he deal with people, they can't really make his vision tap in the way that. So I was like, man, whatever, I'm just trying to do it. And he always rocks with it. So he told me do some art, and I'm like, what you want? Like, he want Goku Vegeta fuse, but it's us. I'm like, bet, say no more. And I sent it back to, I did the painting. So even through the process of that painting, it was fusion dance and was deep. I told myself I was gonna.
You let me know when you want me to put the painting. I got it. I'm ready. You want? I can put it on the screen now.
So I got you. So what's deep about this painting, right? I told myself I was gonna start my side first, but when I picked up the paintbrush, I instantaneously went to King's side, and then I'm channeling. I'm like, wow, it's very easy to paint. I literally finished this side within less than probably 4 hours, right? Mm-hmm. And then I started doing my side. My side, I was messing up. I kept putting paint everywhere. I was like, bro, what is going on? Then I gathered myself, and then I actually utilized the finished side of King's piece on the painting to finish my side. So it had the shadow. So it was deep. And then actually, when I started to see myself coming to fruition, then I could see more of King's side coming to fruition. I began to add this and this and this and that. So all of this is a conglomeration of shadow work and light work combined in an artistic fashion with just a code of unconditional love. You dig what I'm saying? That's what right now in this current state of consciousness I'm gaining from it. But whatever y'all perceive from it, this is a thing with any of my pieces of artwork. What I say, what it deals with, doesn't have anything to do with what's going to happen when you see it. So when you see it, just completely integrated. You may feel peace. You may feel like you need to go tap into the shadow realm. You may feel love, this, that, and the third. Or you really may feel a holistic fusion dance within yourself. But it's all teaching you an aspect of yourself that you're going through, you know what I'm saying, that you need to alchemize.
Let me say this. When you look at it, there's many activations in this painting. And I probably connected with 90% of them, and they're very empowering. Like you said, you connect with Short, but when I see this painting, it's like I feel a fearless takeover. I feel the energy of there is nothing I can't do, and that I am everything, and everything is me. The true Ashe, the true power of the life force traveling through the ethers, you know, connected to dark matter energy, creating whatever you want to call life and creation. That literally is what I see, you know what I'm saying? And feel, not even see, what I feel when I see this painting. So let's stop gaslighting it, because we're not gaslighting. Here we go, let's get it.
Yeah, we here, man. And this painting is called, it's a 101, and it is called King Kai. You dig what I'm saying? So
you know, so family, through your first eye, you know, Kyle, I can do the first eye test. You know, what do you see in this painting? Matter of fact, let's do a first eye and a heart space test. What do you see and what do you feel when you look at this painting?
good.
Powerful. Make sure y'all tap in. Ashe. All right, so let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all waiting on this. We're gonna go ahead and let it be known. So the project drops on August 16th. You know what I'm saying? 8 days after the Lion Gate portal. We are actually creating our own 888 portal as well within this time, which is a part of this project is dropping in that 888 portal. And so August 16th is my solar return, so it's dropping on my solar return and the day before Kyle's solar return. Which is with that, come on now, that's not a coincidence, you feel me? So y'all get ready. Next episode, we are having the Intergalactic Shadow Work Sundays. So we will be having a very holistic listening party. We're gonna vibe out to the whole record, the whole project. Y'all already know how we do. And the other times that we did work with y'all and we listened to music, those were soul tapes, mixtapes. Now this ain't that, family. You know, y'all asked for an album, and we here. And actually, this is something I want to do. If y'all want to be on the album, I need you to come on the show tonight, and I need as many people as possible. And we have an affirmation that we want to do together, and we can all do it together. And y'all will be on the album because it's that type of project. We got a lot of people on here, a lot of tribe. So if you want to be on the album, come on the show at the end of the show, and we're gonna do this one affirmation all together, and that's gonna be on the album. So
come on, y'all. Hey, come up. That's gonna be lit. I'm talking about y'all got to do it, bro. Yeah.
No, for sure. You know, so email contactguyenergy@gmail.com to join the live, family. Let's see what the tribe look at. How y'all vibrating? I see water and fire. Wow. Power. I feel everything. Very powerful energy. I felt the force. I felt the protection, and the source was all on that. I felt very powerful, very charged up. Seeing that artwork, I say, peace and light, God. Keep inspiring and continue vibrating on the high. Much gratitude, family. We are. Man, this is an honor. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna tap in with and do our due diligence, you know what I'm saying, and ground the energy. And then I'm actually gonna read something from a book before we start going in. But so at this time I'm gonna play the Root Chakra Rebel. I know we just hit y'all with a lot, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna ground this energy and get us into a grounded place to actually be able to receive this message. And what you will find out later is me asking you or us coming to a place of grounding ourselves right now after such, lit energy is actually a test, is what you'll find out later, about what tests really mean. This is a test right now. And so I would just say focus on your breath work right now. If you ever too worked up and get angry, get frustrated, get too, breath work is always the key to calming yourself down. You know what I'm saying? So focus on your breath work. Now I'm going to play the Root Chakra Rebel a few times. I see. I just tap in with the brain gems, God.
Say less. For this episode's brain gem, what we're gonna do is take your right hand and left hand too, you know what I'm saying? And give your thymus gland the same way we do the heart space, the thymus gland taps like this. You don't gotta leave a red mark, but it gotta be firm enough to where you can feel that pressure. It's like you're creating a separate heartbeat outside of yourself. And we testing the strength. We testing the strength of every aspect of our being. We testing the strength of our consciousness. We testing the strength of every valve in our heart space. We testing the strength of our thymus gland. We testing the strength of how we alchemize, how we become in the moment, not afterwards, not putting it on the back burner. When something happens, we become source in that moment. We integrate and we release. And both parties, both aspects, both people involved are left healed. Subconsciously, consciously, intentionally, and unintentionally. I'll go right to the bottom of where your rib cage meet. Right underneath the heart space, right where the sternum is. Tap right in that area. And bring it up to the heart space with the basic thymus gland taps, heart space taps. From the sternum all the way up to the heart space, up and down. Because your heart space has duality as well. It has four valves. Four chambers. one chamber, one half of the chambers is up in the ethers and the other half is down in the ethers. Both have different aspects of themselves that they integrate. But they both collectively make one heart. And that's what we finna do today. Tap in. I see.
All right, so at this time, get into a meditative state if you are not already there. Become vulnerable with self if you are not already there. Make sure that you are in a vulnerable environment. And I know that is sometimes not so easy. So obviously, if it's not the case, then you just tap in. You know what I'm saying? You close your eyes and you merge and you become one with darkness. And in this darkness, you can actually turn that room into anything that you want it to be as you open your heart space at this time. I see. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not here. That was different. What I want everybody to do during this episode is to do the Ganesh Mudra. So get your right hand and then you get your left hand. And it's kind of like an opposite of what you would normally be comfortable with. You know, your left hand and right hand, like a handshake. But you're going to do the right hand first. And then you're going to get the left hand, you're going to close and you're going to do like a handshake. You know what I'm saying? If you're locking in, you want to put that in front of your heart space. And you want to kind of pull a little bit. Just create like a little bit of tension between your hand, like it's a mini tug of war. And you want to pull and just breathe. And practice that, throughout the episode. It is going to be because like I said, we're going from the 7 energy to the 8 energy. You know, if you know anything about Ganesh, definitely big heart space energy and also big abundant energy. So, and just every day, whatever, in your life, do this mudra. This is a mudra to help you shift. You know what I'm saying? Shift your reality, shift from that code switch, that number. You know what I'm saying? So, can't hear you, bro.
Shake.
But yeah, so I'll be right back. I'm about to go actually get this book. I want to read something, and so I'll be right back.
Bet. So yeah, tribe, how we vibrating in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I feel it different. Like, the boy got signed, bro. What? Like, we really here, y'all. Look, like, I don't even know what to say. I hope King ain't listening, because this I could really use at some time. Like, tribe, y'all gotta give me some sauce. Like, what's up? Like, y'all gotta help me. Like, how can I get King back, bro? Because he really caught me off. He was I'm talking about in my nerve cell, in my synapse dendrite. I am befugle baffled. Cause look, this the funny part. King always telling me, I be editing a lot of videos. King always tell me he edit video. I know he can edit videos, but y'all, just from me and how long I've been editing videos, music videos, that was very well put together. Like I don't know what to do. I gotta get it back somehow. This is what I'm saying. We know how we was in flow state. Yeah, we here.
What are you talking about, bro?
You know, we was just rapping. We here, man.
For sure. The chat is lit. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? The chat is lit. You feel me? All right, so let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, you know what I mean, we are tapping in, and we're finna get into the test your strength. We're finna get into the message. So Kai, we're not gonna forget about the meditation. We're gonna let that happen accordingly.
Bet the meditation's gonna happen the same way it happened.
Exactly.
So like that, yeah.
Exactly. So something that I want to read first to set the tone is one of my favorite books, The Creator Speaks. And so it says, love is the language and the frequency that continues to grow and expand our consciousness. Love will set you free and allow you to come home again inside yourself. Love is your creation, your salvation, and your freedom. Your whole agreement in this lifetime is to return to love. Your purpose is to love yourself enough to know that you are all you have ever looked for or wanted. Love is all there is. Love is beyond understanding. Love is beyond perception. Love is. Whatever the question, love is the answer. Ashe. And that's a message from Source. So we are here. Another, I guess, like quote I wanna start this off with. I'm not sure of the guy's name, but let's see. All right, so the way of self-mystery is what he said, and he said, life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. And so I feel like that's a great slogan and a great way to start, the podcast, is that life don't get easier, you get stronger. And so we're talking about testing your strength, and so every time your strength gets tested, you get stronger. And sometimes the strength doesn't come physically. The strength comes through the awareness of, damn, I didn't know I was that strong. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's many aspects to it. So, you know how we do. It's podcast, not podcast. So let's talk about tests. So test, the definition of test is a procedure intended to establish the quality, performance, or relatability of something, especially before it is taken into wide span. So a test sounds like, to me, by definition, preparation, right?
No. Can you run that back one more time for the slackers in the back, i.e. subconscious me or conscious me?
Let's get it. So test definition is a procedure intended to establish the quality, performance, or relatability of something, especially before it is taken into widespread use.
That's deep.
It is deep. What do you interpret from that?
I have to say I have to say strength in order to really bring that brown full circle, because it's deep.
Well, then let's just chill. Let's build it up.
Bet.
So the etymology of test is earthing pot. So I look at that as the action of grounding and protection. Earthing pot. That is the etymology of test. You know, so yeah, so continue. Let's talk about strength.
It's see, this is about to bring it back for all of that around back in pure nature, pure wholeness, pure source. So the definition of the word strength is the capacity of an object or substance to withstand great force or pressure. But when you go a little deeper into the etymology of the word strength, you have bodily power, force, vigor, firmness, fortitude, manhood. You have violence, moral resistance. You have strength, which means tight or narrow, right? Mm-hmm. So when you said expand, test means to expand, is deep, because in order for you to know that you are about to have that expansion, you got to know that you have that strength. But the only way you got to know to have that strength is going through the experience of that test or expansion. So it's just deep, like in the sense that we're talking about testing your strength, because a lot of the times when we are doing shadow work, we try to run and release somewhere else. You dig what I'm saying? We try to put it on a back burner and go do shadow work over here, and then I'm gonna release here. But sometimes we actually do need to release right there in that now moment, because it's keeping the law of that energy field, and that's pure alchemization. Literally, everything becomes open, everything becomes purely able to go where it needs to go. So you don't harbor things in a way that you're overthinking now because you didn't release when you needed to. You dig what I'm saying? So I just find those definitions very, very holistic and very, very source made, because they do what they're designed to do as far as sonically and phonetically.
Exactly. And so before we get intimidated by the test, the different emotions and things that are going to come up during the show, I want to ground this aspect of the test and let you know that all tests come with rewards. You know what I'm saying? And so initially, the number one reward is awareness of any test, even if it comes with more rewards.
So even if you fail the test, that's the automatic reward is awareness. You just got to choose it. But continue that.
You know, so I like what you just said. Every test, just to make sure that we are highlighting it, and we are, you know, every test, even failed tests, like Kyle said, you know, come with the reward of awareness. It's like we said, I don't make mistakes, or I don't fail, I learn lessons. It's that same aspect with tests. The thing is that tests is even so dope, they work for you. So the awareness that the test brings, if you felt it, it actually provides to you and shows you more insight on what you're missing by not passing the test. So subconsciously, a test is an oxymoron. It's something that makes you feel like you failed based off your perspective, but if you code switch, it's motivation, it's inspiration. You see what I'm saying? And so let's see.
My fault. I was about to say, and the only reason why we code switch to an opposite polarity is because of whatever we're harboring or operating out of from a past experience dealing with that said test. Because these tests come up in various forms, karmic cycles or people or this or that. You dig what I'm saying? So how you know that you are, in a sense, ready for a test is if you're conscious, is if you can stay aware of when you're reacting from a previous situation and actually embodying what you say you actually do within your shadow work right there in that moment.
And how about this? You ready for a test when the test presents itself. You know why? And we're going to talk about this in a minute. The only reason why I presented itself is because you presented the test to yourself. You see what I'm saying? You manifested this test.
Facts.
So the test is always here in divine timing.
Facts. Always.
That's why it hits so hard. It's a shift in your reality. You
exactly.
Ain't every second, every moment. It's an opportunity. It's a window.
Exactly. That's why, and we have, and aspects of us has to stop being so human because we're becoming so aware, we're becoming so conscious of who we are and how much we do, and emotions, intelligent, all of that. And we have to stop allowing allowing when something bad happens to alter our whole and just react to it in a low vibrational way. Instantaneously code switch to understanding that, yes, this is something that is actually happening to me, or not happening for me, not to me. And it's actually a chance for me to grow. You dig what I'm saying? Any form of anything that you go through or experience.
So when it comes to the test, because I feel led to set it up in such the most light work way, versus shadow, and to break down any barrier that anyone may have up towards test, which shadow work, elevation, pain that comes with pressure. Be present in a moment. Stop thinking about the future and the past, because they create anxiety, and they only if you're living in the past, then you're not living at all. And if you're focused on the future and you're psyching yourself out over the future, then you're only manifesting in the future whatever you're fearing to happen. Because
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
nice.
Let's kill that first when it comes to the test, because some of these tests are karmic tests that we shouldn't be getting. They come with rewards of awareness, but it's only the awareness. It's like you remembering the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
And then therefore that becomes even a stressful thing in itself, because you kind of, in a sense, beat yourself up for it. Because I experienced that. There's times, even like with this being of this anger and madness and rage, I'll constantly beat myself up because of I shouldn't be allowing myself to snap. You dig what I'm saying? So also giving yourself that grace when you do find these things out or make these connections and things like that, because that is also an aspect of testing your strength. Yes, something low vibrational can happen and make you feel low vibrational, but how calm can you be in that low vibrational situation to soothe the inner child, to help it understand that it's okay to be in a rambunctious state, just for you to get out what you need to say. We are like, we need to move. We're vibratory beings. We're always vibrating. So sometimes we even need to vibrate at a dense rate, which is dancing. You know what I'm saying? We can't see how fast our cells are moving, but they moving like a mug. So sometimes we need to initiate movement, screaming, this and that, just in order for ourselves to get that conscious realization of what it needs to say to us.
So what I say on the song, you bug, and I can see that you attracted to light. I showed you my shadow, just to alchemize. That's the energy, family. That's the code switch.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? We have to understand through our intuitive aspect, through our heart space, we can understand what a situation needs. You know what I'm saying? Source ain't just for the play. Source know when it's wartime, and Source know when it's time for peace. You see what I'm saying? And so it is time for us as the black sheep that walked into the chosen one, that have been a warrior. It's time for the warrior to become the peacemaker. That is the 7 code switching to the 8. The warrior energy is amazing, and it's still gonna be there. It's gonna always be there, and it's gonna come out when it's time. But when it comes to these shifts, these tests, the key to the test is the peacemaker. The warrior will never win the test. The warrior will fight against the test. The warrior will be egotistical with the test. You see what I'm saying? You need the heart space to pass the test. You see what I'm saying? Especially when we're talking about family, right? So these tests feel so hard because they're stretching us. You see what I'm saying? So when something is, just working out. I'll use layman's term. At that point, they're going out deep. Just when you working out, you see what I'm saying? Every time you get up to go to the gym after the first day you went and your arms and so is a test. You feel me? Like, shit, I'm already hurt. But the more you go, the more, that stretch, that stretching that your muscles are doing, the more, it's not that the pain stopped. So we talk about the beginning of the show. It's not that life gets easier, you get stronger. So it's even when you're working out, it's not that, you know, your muscles are not being still stretched. It's not like it don't hurt. You're just able to tolerate it now. You're channeling it, you know.
You're teaching your physical avatar the remembrance of what the manifestation of shadow realm energy is in the third dimensional sense. So this is why when you, like we talking about, go to the gym, you kind of get that, man, even though I'm sore, this shit kind of good. Let me go stretch this some more. Right. That's the shadow realizing that pressure in the shadow and in the light is still itself. It's just integrating both aspects of it. You dig what I'm saying? So
I'll say it's the fusion dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so this is the opportunity to see a part of us that we are uncomfortable with, right? This part of us that
ain't afraid no more.
This part of us that's angry, that's toxic. You know what I'm saying? This part of us that we don't even want to change this part of us. You know, we don't rock with our family because we like, man, I can't deal with them niggas. I know what they on. We embody, we actually create a low vibrational toxic and feed a toxic aspect of us and manipulate ourselves into thinking that it is a holistic perspective of healing. When it's important to isolate, to elevate. But then if we we are activated, if we say we are healers or whatever it is that our purpose and our gift is, then I'm sorry, family, but if you outside doing that and you can't do it at home, it's a joke. And the healing is not fake, but it's more work to be done. Because our family, they have the real shadow codes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They have there's parts of our family that we are just alike. You don't want to be around your family because they make you tap into parts of you that you're running from. Me too, but guess what? I had to face it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm raising my hand in the class real quick. It's just like, for example, right? I'm sure any of us could remember a time where like we doing something that we love, but it gets to a point where it's pissing us off. For me, that was basketball. I love basketball so much, but when I start missing, I start throwing a basketball, I get mad, right? So it's in the same concordance with that. Your family literally has been holding so much space for you in all aspects, and like only been doing for you what they can with the level of consciousness that they had and what they had in that environment in that current moment. So now we tapping in and we doing this and we doing that. We are having all these ideas, projections, this, that, and the third of what our family is, this, that, and the third. And that is causing that friction from us actually integrating the shadow to go tap in and give the shadow codes to them. So the code switch is understanding that if you're not, like the guy said, if you're not tapping in and bringing that shadow aspect to the family in some way, shape, or form, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, you're not going to fully embody everything that you are, because again, they're holding so much space for you. They know you. They grew up with you. Everything, or every aspect of your being, they know, whether you want to believe it or not. They know your shadow just as much as you do. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
they actually, a lot of them probably have even dealt with the shadow, spent time with the shadow, embodied the shadow.
And don't even realize it.
Yep.
Right. And
you got what? But you're the alchemizer, like they talking about in the chat. You are that source, you are that channel. And so keep in mind, like I said in the promo video, for those that saw and those that didn't, this is a manifestation of your heart. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you a question, the same question that was asked in the promo video, and y'all put this in the chat. Do you see your family, even if you don't deal with them, even if you say they toxic, I don't talk to them, whatever, do you desire them to be different? Do you desire, them to be healed? Do you them? And this is a heart check and a reality check too, because maybe you don't. Maybe you feel like I don't give a
Did
damn
you
about
lose
them.
hope?
That's their life.
Like, really, did you lose hope? Do you
Let's
still
talk
have
about
hope?
Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was an aspect of me that was really like on that, like, man, I'm finna tap in. If they ever come around, I love them, but I'm not. I'm on me time. But now it's like I can't help but to have hope, even in the most with anybody. With my family, it don't even matter. I already know we good now. We tapped in. I don't even care what level they at. I already know we straight. But anybody, you know what I'm saying? Even if they not, man, it just, your family gives you what's a shadow code for unconditional love for the collective of everything.
And don't forget where you came from. See, that's a religious perspective. We start getting high and mighty, holier than thou. Don't forget where you came from, family. Don't be stuck there. And I'm not saying living in a passionate aspect. Use that to channel compassion for others. Whenever remember the day when someone said you wasn't shit. Excuse my friend. They said you wasn't gonna be able to ever do nothing but this and that. I remember those days. You know what I'm saying? In my own life, when I was flipping out and when I had really no control over myself. Go back and remember that and say, you know what? There were seeds that was planted in me that one day when I did wake up, because you're right, it is up to them. They gotta do it. But the thing is that, there's a lot of contradictions. The reason why a lot of the people I looked up to in hip hop, it started pissing me off. And I started to create my own identity of what a true God was when it comes to music and all this, was because all these niggas was contradicting themselves. Let's be for black people, black power, F that nigga kill. I love the women, Brenda had a baby, F that B, contradictions. You see what I'm saying? So let's not be a contradiction in our own reality when it comes to shadow work, because guess what? To be honest with you, shadow work not for you. The reason why we do it, obviously it is on an energetic and a metaphysical level and a karmic level, but also, it's for you to love people better, for you to treat people better. Every action that you do and that you move, that you act, that you think on, it comes from your shadow work. If you snap on somebody when they cut you off, or you say, no, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? And hit them with a little joke, whatever it is, this is all based, your energy, your vibration, everybody talk about my
Think about it like this, right? We got manners.
Real quick, I gotta say this now. Everybody talk about my the heart versus the feather. If you're looking at your family like this, and what I just explained, that's a very heavy heart, family. That's all I'm gonna say.
What was I about to say?
Oh, my
You
man.
painted a picture in my head, and I'm like, it made me go weigh my family again. Like, it's good. That's a good tool. Like, let me see what's what. You know what I'm saying? But I literally forgot what I was about to say. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. It came back, then it went away.
That means it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, let's keep it rocking. So, testing your might is a moment, or testing your strength, testing your might. That is a moment of new territory, family. It's something you've never done before. Accept it as that. Embody the unknown. Accept that, this is new. This feels different. I have to process new feelings. I've never felt this before. Don't fight against it. I have a lot of major shifts happening in my life right now with my family, and I'm not going to speak on them, on what it is, but like I said, there's a lot of healing going on. And whenever the situation presented me, or the situations presented themselves to me, that was an immediate test for me, because I didn't even think I was healed enough to even deal with the situation. That's the power of the awareness of the test. I was still operating from my old karmic system. I was still operating from my old perspective. I energetically and emotionally, and when it comes to my shadow work, had already shifted, had already code switched. But here in my brain, you know, overthinking, I was still keeping myself trapped. And then the test came. Then the test immediately, being who I am, forget the mind, I'm going right to my heart space. And then boom, it's like, hold on, wait, heart check. And it was like, so, you know, it's not easy, family, but I promise you, it's beautiful, because the only reason why you mad at them people is because you ain't got them. You only mad at their ignorant, their low vibrational actions because you want to spend time with them. You wanna. There's a desire of your heart. It's all heart space, and that's what I want y'all to understand. That when it comes to family, when you hold a grudge, you're blocking your heart space.
It's years of walls and layers that have been built by your subconscious mind, your inner child, and the conscious mind of your parent, whoever you're experiencing this with. And now, like, it's tough, like the guy said, but it's so, like, even in the moment, it's so, like, euphoric, because in that moment, you literally become aware of everything that you've been working on, every shadow code, every this, every that, and it's like you just painting. It's like you Ray Charles for real, because you can't see in the shadow realm. So you really hitting them keys, like, you know what I'm saying, and really standing on everything that you've implemented within your subconscious mind to embody as this holistic being. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, it definitely is tough, you dig? But that's what shadow work is here to teach you. All the shadow work you've been doing is tough. It's just been small blow up moments. It's just been small booms and boop. But now it's one big bang that we all going, and it's the family. You dig what I'm saying? And don't even look at it, like I said, it's one big bang, but also look at it as a big bang. You dig what I'm saying? We know that ain't, but it also is, because you can create a whole new reality right there in that moment. That's what these are. These are not time jumps. These are not time warps. These are like, if there's a word for a faster form of teleportation, that's what this is. Or transmutation, that's what this is. It's like, it's not even within seconds. It's literally like, as soon as you start this, you already become, literally.
This is deep, because what just happened right now, what you just said, I saw this part of the episode earlier. That is, yeah. That's a whole nother conversation. But understand, family, if we're operating in this resentful, toxic, you know, slash holistic perspective or energy in the heart space, we're wondering why my heart space ain't this, why my heart space this and this and that. You could be doing 1 million heart space meditations and singing bowls and whatever it is that you want to do to open your heart space, journaling, everything, you can do all that. But if you're holding resentment and you know, I'm gonna say resentment, revenge, you know, any of these type of energies towards your family, they create blockages. And, you know, me and my wife were talking the other day, whenever someone has the cause of a heart attack is a blood clot, it's blood clot. So that's a blockage. So, you know, in return, you're setting yourself up for a heart attack, you know, energetically, spiritually, you know, to your actual heart chakra. And so a heart attack is only the body attacking itself, but it's not trying to kill itself, it's actually trying to save itself. And so you don't want to be in a situation where you initially was hurt by these people because you loved them, but then created a wall, a block, a jail, you know what I'm saying, incarcerated this whole situation and put yourself on the outside of it and put all these damn layers and all this. You didn't do all that just to end up with no love at all and end up now killing yourself for that same love. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Exactly. And what do we do on a basic holistic, third dimensional? What do? We eat, right? We kill ourselves with what we eat. And what does that do? Clog your veins, your arteries, and things like that. Create blood clots and things like that. So it's just deep that you gave that analogy, because the premise of that is what you feed yourself, or what what intrusive thoughts that you're playing upon, that you're feeding into, that this person actually did this or did that, and now you're reacting from the past again. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I always said that I love my family. I'm here to open the gateway. I say the cosmic royalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the vibes, family. You know, that chosen one thing, that sounds good. But the work, the chosen one is in the work, is in these tests. Constantly, like, if you're not living for ascension, you know, I don't. This is the story of Enoch, you know. But except you got to keep in mind, when you look at the Bible, we are the Bible. You know, this is our lives, the downloads that we get, the things that happen in our life, the experiences that we have with Source. You know, these are the way the Bible, they highlight this moment as if it affects every part of time in the world. Everything you do affects the world just on that level. You see what I'm saying? And so if keep in mind that we chose these people. These are karmic soul contracts that we chose. These are other parts of us, like, yo, I need you to teach me this. Before we came back here this time, we was like, yo, I'm tired of learning this. I'm tired of dealing with this. I can't go through this. I got high aspects of me that I know that I'm supposed to be connecting with. I got to go all the way up to the higher realms, connect with my family. You know what I'm saying? But I got to unlock this. I got to unlock these dimensions because I got sent back down here to actually put in this work. But we created this whole game. Imagine Monopoly, a Monopoly board, and you set up every piece. You created the property. You created every part of this board, and your job to beat the game. You see what I'm saying? But say you go into that game and you start to, you don't play the game wise and you go broke. You get too emotional. Now you're spending your money. Now you broke. You never win the game. You see what I'm saying? And somebody you end up owing somebody everything. Which the other aspect of you is the other aspect of you that is the we all have this toxic part of us that wants to just drain us. They want us to be toxic. They want us to be here. They want us. You just feed that shadow collective. You see what I'm saying? And that's not Christ, family. We said we're Christ, right? We connected with Christ, and we have to disconnect. Christ was out there in the trenches with everybody. You see what I'm saying? So if you can go in and round the thugs, the gangsters, the pimps, you go to the club. If you, whatever it is, you listen to trap music, you can go deal with your family. I ain't gonna lie, my channel is definitely super open. I'm in my heart space, and I feel like this subject is something that collectively we've been embodying, being cool with not messing with our family because they not high vibrational, and that's a false light energy.
Like we said, man, like they are the very just thing to, like, this is the thing. The reason why trees grow strong the way they do is not because when they get the seed get planted, this soil over here is cool, but I see soil over there on 78th Street. I'm about to go uproot and go put myself in that soil. No, it looks at the foundation or the family that's around it, my network, all the bacteria and everything that's around it, and then it understands its environment, does the shadow work, and then begins to put pressure on itself to grow. So again, the most fertile ground for that is the family. Is the family all day. You did. I almost felt the Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm listening.
No. I was gonna say something, but we probably ain't even there yet. So go ahead.
Let's go, bro.
Bro, we not there yet, so we good. Go ahead.
All right. So, it's deep. Mama called me earlier. And she hit me up. We were talking about foundation, and she was like, "What is the foundation of life?" And that's a whole nother conversation. But I feel like that word foundation and family go together. Your family is a part of your foundation, whether you want them to be or not. And so we talk about being grounded, we talk about healing, if you jumping the gun in shadow work and you're not healing, you're going to the solar plexus and to the sacral and the heart space and your first eye, all these places.
You code switching without understanding the code switch first.
Exactly. And so what's happening is that your foundation is full of holes and full of cracks and full of all type of different things. And so you're tapping in on higher aspects. So you're awakening these light codes, these light abilities to be able to tap into the 4D and above. And what I mean by that is outside of time and manifest things. And then you're going right back to that shadow and you're going deep down into it. And now you're actually using that manifestation power to manifest hell. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to really focus on our foundation, family, first when it comes to healing. I know we want to be the most deepest, metaphysical, powerful, Superman, whatever type of being that you could think of, Goku and, all this different stuff. But at the same time, those powers only come by having that foundation. You don't have a foundation, like you have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So some of this is not about you talking to your family. It's just about you forgiving them in your heart. You know what I mean? Because guess what? If you don't forgive them now, then what about the day when they actually are ready? What about the day when they hit you up and they really are ready? Are you going to actually take them serious? You're going to neglect them? You're going to reject them? You got to start working on the forgiveness now, so that way when the desires of your heart meet you at your front door, literally, you're ready.
It sends out a beacon. Soon as that's literally why an aspect of the heart space is a superconductor. Because as soon as you shift something in it, it sends out one of the most powerful beacons. And anybody who has the keyhole for that key, it's up for them to actually integrate that level of shadow work or whatever that you're doing right there in that moment. So I know what we saying sounds like, well, I can't talk to my family. We just beefed yesterday, and y'all talking about where I'm supposed to go, and then my mama just did this, my dad, whatever. Understand, like you ain't got to go vibrate at it. Know your power and know that the reality that you create and the emotion that you vibrate at helps you to perceive a reality of whatever you want to vibrate at within your feelings or your emotions. So if you want to feel effed up about your parents and you really love them, you want some bull stuff and you missing shadow work. But if you want to code switch and ask, you know what, I feel messed up, I'm acknowledging my feelings, but I actually love them. Instead of me sending all this projection and hate towards them, because they can feel that too, that sends out the beacon to their shadow beings, and then they call you projected some more. You wonder why they hit you with some BS. You dig what I'm saying? No. You send out that vibration of love. Yeah.
My family, we wasn't cool, fam. Like you talking about, it was drama. It was real. I mean, we ain't talking for a year, for 6 months, and this is raw. It was, and truthfully, some of my family that I'm going through deep shadow work with right now in the most beautiful way of healing. I hadn't talked to them in almost a year. Very close to me, but I hadn't. And my point is that didn't stop nothing. You know why? Because during that time we wasn't talking, I was actually working on forgiveness. I was actually, working on, just loving my family as a whole. I was having compassion and thinking about the things that maybe they had went through in their life. And I didn't need to be around them. I removed the anger. I took the obligation off the pain, even if they was fake and did me wrong, whatever, because we obviously feel some type of way. Whatever my opinions and my feelings were, I acknowledged it, I felt them, and I cleared them through compassion and just understanding that, I haven't always had the best days, and I've been fake to somebody. I did something wrong. I've disrespected, hurt somebody, so I tapped into that compassion, and I just, this might sound weird, but I was able to code switch the feeling of missing someone. Even though, because we gotta keep in mind, our family may be hell, but it's something about them that you love. And I would miss that part about them that I love. And through missing them, I was able to tap into forgiveness and code switch that. And so like I said, it took time. Certain aspects of my family is still happening, and even the aspects I'm telling you about, they're still happening. The difference is that I'm not closed off to it, and I'm not waiting for someone else to step up to the plate because that's my job. And that doesn't mean in the physical that I have to talk to them, but you can send peace, love, wholeness, healing. You can send whatever you feel that you want to send energetically to these people, to your family, and until that becomes a reality in their reality, make it a reality in yours. So me and my family had a great relationship in my reality. You know why? Because me and my inner child would kick it, and I would create realities to where these people that are not in my life right now, I'm enjoying them still with my inner child. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to understand, as above, so below. Everything happens in the ethers before it happens here. So go into the ethers, go into darkness, use your internal television, and manifest and code switch these memories, and spend time with your family in the cosmos, in your memory, in your quantum computer, and to heal your heart. And when that happens in real time, you will be ready. I hope that answers your question.
What's deep about that is how, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, whatever you experience, I'm experiencing it in the polar opposite way. So you're in the aspect of tapping in with your family and actually code switching to the light aspect or perspective and things like that. With me and my inner child and everything, that I can do that all day. That's lit. You know what I'm saying? My inner child knows the light. You dig what I'm saying? But through this process of integrating more in the shadow, being in the shadow realm, and you know what I'm saying, King gifted me with certain shadow codes of certain things to do in the shadow realm, and I'm boom boom tapping in. My inner child is no longer afraid of what the perceptions of a shadow realm can be in the most horrendous, fearful, gory, demonic, whatever it could take. Now it is actually standing in the shadow realm. Like, I'm talking about just fearless, like the guy said at the beginning of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine a baby jumping straight out the womb, ready to take on the world. Literally, you dig what I'm saying? And I say dualistic, you know what I'm saying, natures of what we're experiencing, because I'm embodying the physical aspect of that as well. Anything that my inner child is about to tap in and alchemize in the shadow realm, I'm doing that in the physical realm. I'm, like I said, I'm in a space of tapping into the experience, and instead of self-sabotaging myself and avoiding it because I know I have to do shadow work, and what I perceive the perspective of shadow work is going with myself and doing solitude and actually sitting there and meditating on something. I can do that all day on the money within nanoseconds. But can I do actual full metal alchemization right there on the spot with all type of energy in the room? You dig what I'm saying? And mine's all over the place, but still in flow state, because it's all over the room. It's out of control with the energy in the room that's also out of control. It's in the law of the energy field. And therefore you become the shadow realm right there. You literally become the shadow realm because you can't see. The shadow realm can't even see itself. That's why it's so vast. That's why it can do all different kinds of things. It's literally your melanin, this neuromelanin that's capable of all different aspects of things. So I would have to say that taking your inner child to the shadow realm, and what the God is saying, going to these different aspects of whatever realm and whatever aspect of yourself, whether it's the inner child, the adult version, or something that just happened to you yesterday. Take them back to that reality in the realm and play it through and actually explain, bro, you tripping. This ain't that. You was on some bull. That's an actual form of a code switch. That's a basic code switch. That's a more slowed down, you can get the grips of what it is code switch. You dig what I'm saying? And once you start doing that faster, doing that more often, you get to the point where you can actually code switch like that. You can sit down and construct a whole meditation and a reality to where you experience something negative and you alchemize it right there in a couple of seconds. You don't need 10 minutes to make a whole meditation to alchemize anymore, or you don't need 30 minutes to go sit there and journal and things like that. It's all here right in front of you. You dig what I'm saying? It's all here right in front of you. Yes, and definitely tap in on the like button. We definitely did say that at the beginning of this live. Make sure y'all tap the like button. Get us in the algorithm. You dig what I'm saying? The physical algorithm of Source. So everybody can catch these shadow codes just as much as y'all are catching them right now. But just a vibe check. How's everybody vibrating in the tribe right now, man? I'm vibrating like a anteater. First thing came in my head. So we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna say, what? Anteater? Inner child lit.
My apologies, God. Hit them nines, big nines in the chat.
You hear me?
Can you hear me?
How you gonna take me out again? Here we
Can you hear
go.
me?
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, bet.
Y'all hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Much gratitude. You know what I mean? And so let's keep it rocking. So these situations seem bad for someone with a bad perspective, right? So even though the situation may not feel good in the 3D realm, you should be joyful. You're like, what? What do you mean, G? You know what I'm saying? You should be joyful because you are tapping into higher aspects and higher dimensions, but there's no time, as I said earlier, and you are actually able to manifest these tests. So let's code switch the perspective. You know, every test, everything that happens to you, the only reason, you know, why you look at it bad is because the perspective. And I keep on grounding that message at the beginning, which is, it's not getting
heavy.
harder.
It's a heavy. It's trying to. That's the collective is having trouble understanding that when something bad happening to them, it's actually is gifting them with everything that they asked for, if they get through the shadow work.
Right. Exactly.
Awareness
what?
Next time. You know what I'm saying?
I can hear you.
Next code come around, but who's to say you may not react in the same way if you're not doing the shadow work? So you begin to tap into a whole nother cycle of you create a karmic cycle for a karmic cycle. Think about how much of a deep loop, you know what I'm saying, you are in when you continuously feed into the negative vibration or thought form or whatever the case may be, just even on a small scale. You know what I'm saying? Even on a scale, I told myself I was gonna get up today at this time, but you keep letting the alarm go. You know what I'm saying? Those are fertile seeds and grounds for your shadow or your ego to come over and just do whatever. So even certain aspects like that, just on a human level, third dimensional level, doing the shadow work and just code switching on that level, you gain a new database to do it on an energetic level. Therefore, what we're talking about, it becomes way more integrated because now you understand it from just a basic level. You dig what I'm saying? So what we're saying is heavy, and it's like, start becoming disciplined within your physical actions. Do the shadow work for your physical actions. Why you keep doing something that you keep telling yourself you was gonna do, but you still ain't do it yet? You dig what I'm saying?
So I want to read something again. So this says, there are ascended light beings whose mission is to come to Shadow Earth and mirror the constant love and light of the shadow beings' magnificence to them. From this place, the shadow soul starts to feel, heal, and return to light. After many veils have been unthreaded and released, the souls leave Shadow Earth and move into the higher dimensions and go through another healing process. Let's keep going. After this great cleansing and rethreading back into the balanced parts of me, Source, the souls can then choose to once again reincarnate. Some of these souls are so comfortable to be the shadow's carrier they can choose to once again reincarnate into a shadow lifetime. They will do this from a lighter, more conscious aspect of the collective shadow. Many others choose to reincarnate as victims of the shadow, or as light beings or warriors who come up against the dark of the shadow. The soul feels it has an advantage and much understanding of the shadow because it has vibrated in so much it understands the shadow's mind, how it works, and the ways it maneuvers in and out of light. Did you hear me the whole time? Yeah, I'm done. No matter of fact, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Buffalo, I ain't tell you to be quiet. That's my dog, bro.
Okay, you good. So I got one more to read. So sometimes this transition is difficult because of what you might call peer pressure from the collective memory of the brothers and sisters of the shadow, our family. Once the being is back on the earth, the collective shadow ones will do all they can to bring this being or soul back into the shadow. If you do not succeed, they will try to break it into the point that the soul no longer wants to be on earth. It is a difficult transition because the newly awakened light one has had much karma with the dark ones. The dark ones will come into the mind, body, and frequency of the soul, trying to stop it and block it from its soul's purpose. I say.
Like, that was literally everything we just talked about, but just it painted a picture. Like when I closed my and I went into my mind's eye, that is literally what we just talked about, but in a cosmic sense. You dig what I'm saying?
And I just opened the book. That wasn't like, you know what I mean?
That's called page dowsing or page grind, where you can just open it and tap into a message because you're vibrating on a certain frequency. We do it every day. We don't even know it.
But yeah, that message was definitely, I was like, wow, Source, as I was reading it, like, wow, Source, but I haven't read every page in this book. I don't even know if I ever read that before, honestly. But yeah, a message. This book is actually the creator speaks, so it is a channeled message from Source, the whole book. So it is definitely a message from Source, and to ground everything that we just said, as Cosby said. If it didn't make sense, I hope it makes sense now. And how, if you look at it from a physical or a 3D aspect, this will drive you crazy. So I just gave you the cheat code or the code switch cosmically of what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So, or Source gave it to you. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
And actually, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been going so in that, and I feel like this is divine because we're actually obviously getting ready to close the episode. And what better way to ground this energy with the goddess Nefer soul? Her message is so profound and so aligned with this energy, you know what I'm saying, and what's going on. So much gratitude to Source for the order of being out of order. You know what I'm talking about?
I see.
So let's tap into the cosmiometrics with the goddess Nefer soul.
Wholeness to the tribe, it's your goddess Nefer soul here with the cosmiometrics for the next 7 days. The collective is going through major changes, shifts, reprogramming, unlearning to relearn, unbecoming to become. With all the pressure and all the energetic shifts and changes that we are experiencing right now, we have so much activity going on in the cosmos that it makes sense why everybody feels so much pressure right now. When it comes to Mercury retrograde pre-shadow is about to start this week. We also got 4 planets that's already retrograde. Venus being retrograde in Leo, which is creating a lot of pressure. We are all going through major changes when it comes to our relationships, mainly with ourselves, but a lot of it is impacting the people around us and our intimate relationships. You are learning a lot about what you like and what you don't like, as well as you're starting to learn your behavioral patterns and the different things that play out when you are experiencing others. A lot of us tend to do most of our work by ourselves, which is what we're supposed to do. but we still need human interaction to make sure that we are applying and utilizing different tools that we are coming across, that we are getting activated with. We can only do so much by ourselves. So with Venus being retrograde right now, on top of Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, and now about to be Mercury soon, this is allowing us to really understand how we've been treating ourselves, how we've been treating others, and really being able to apply this energy now, apply this information that we've been storing up for a very long time. A lot of this collective is very introverted, which again is why I brought up the fact of we tend to do a lot of our healing by ourselves. And it's very easy for us to implement those activations and those understandings when it's just us. But the true test is when you can utilize these tools with others. So this week is going to put a little more emphasis on how are you going to show up, not just for you, but for others. How can you utilize the tools and the activations and the shadow work and everything that you've been growing with and that you've been utilizing to actually learn and take it to the next level with others? We also have the Lionsgate portal energy. We're hitting the most pivotal point of that portal this week on 8/8. Now the Lionsgate portal is actually open from the beginning of that Lionsgate portal is actually open from the end of July and ends August 12th. But the 8/8 is when the degrees hit perfectly to where the star Sirius, the sun, and the earth is in complete alignment. Sirius represents our spiritual sun. So the same way that we utilize the sun for our physical bodies for photosynthesis, activations, cleansing, healing, growing, expansion, Sirius is that for us, but for our spirit. So this is a time when we go through major activations where we get blasted open, where our visions, our purpose, everything comes through way deeper, way broad, way more broad, to really allow us to understand who we truly are at the core, who we are when we remove all of the physical essences of who we are. So don't let the pressure take you away from what you're working towards. Let this pressure reveal to you who you actually are. So try your best to be patient, try your best to be mindful of the experiences that you're going through at this time, because this week is all about that heart space and that solar plexus, because we're working with the Lionsgate portal. We got the heart chakra, unconditional love, expanding the heart, opening the heart, and then we got the inner child energy as well. So there's a lot of inner child work that's being done as well. So the more you put in the inner child work, the more you're going to open yourself up to abundance. So this is your opportunity to take pressure and make diamonds. I hope that y'all enjoyed this Cosmiometrics. Let's get back to our cosmically scheduled program. Ashe.
Ashe. Yeah, much
Definitely
gratitude.
was definitely just added another level of ascending groundedness to the episode. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Definitely much gratitude.
Yeah, much gratitude to the goddess, you know what I'm saying? And so if you want to put in the chat, you know, how y'all vibrating after this episode, you know what I'm saying, if it touched your heart, you know what I'm saying, if you learned anything, obviously this is podcast, not podcast, so we don't get up here and talk to sound smart or to, you know what I'm saying, act like whatever, but it really is for us to learn and grow together, you know what I'm saying?
Ask your questions, man.
Exactly, so we would love to get some feedback, and like you said, if y'all have a question, definitely tap in. So next Sunday we getting lit. We will be debuting our album Fusion Dance in Source We Trust, and so y'all get ready. You don't want to miss it. You know, I would say next Sunday y'all come ready to have a cosmic party. Y'all come ready to get these downloads and these uploads and these activations and actually, you know, tap into a collective code switch. You know what I'm saying? Next Sunday. It's about to get real fun.
I think that's why we've been seeing the 333, but collective code switch.
Collective code switch. You know, Much gratitude, appreciation. Yo, much gratitude to y'all, tribe. So, like we said, just another reminder, you know, in a few weeks we'll be back and we'll be ready to do the one-on-ones, you know, on Telegram and everything. As y'all can tell, we're working on a lot, you know what I'm saying? So we getting ready to release a lot, you know, as far as vibrationally and giving y'all something to tap into.
You just said next week?
No, I said in the next few weeks.
So
The album drop next week. So we can't do it. Well, not next week, but the week after. Dragonflies is out on Tuesday, 8/8, Lionsgate Porter. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be able to tap in with that. Big Gazer, you know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. You know, podcast always here, man. Much gratitude, God. If y'all have any requests, you know what I'm saying, anything that y'all feel like is a subject, like, man, I need y'all to talk about this, go ahead and go to the Telegram, Shadowwork Sundays 555. Join the Telegram. If you already a part of the Telegram, drop a subject. Try to if you can, try to put it in a question term, you know, and put on top of it, hey, can you do an episode on, and then put the question. Because we definitely want to tap in on certain things that y'all may have questions on. We want to cover all ground, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Thanks.
Love and abundance to the tribe, I say. So yeah, you got anything, G?
Honestly, yes and no, but it's all divine, so we straight.
Yeah, it's definitely more that's processing. I can agree. We have a meditation. We have a lot of things cooking up that's going to be coming. You know, there's a lot of uploads and a lot of shifts that are happening within. So much gratitude to Source, much gratitude to Kai for not forcing it. You know what I'm saying? Being in flow state, being in the present. You know, so we're going to tap in with y'all. Once again, this is Shadowwork Sundays, Shadow Codes to Light Work, and I am King Manifest.
It's the God Kai Khalil, and we're going to tap in with y'all on another episode of Shadowwork Sundays, where we ain't heavy with it no more. We becoming a little more saucy, you know what I'm saying? More integrated into the light or Christ consciousness, man. We here.
I say.
Tap in.
I say.
I say.
My third eye's open, I can see past the commotion. I can get lost in the moment. Yeah. I live on the side with the chosen. Higher dimensions we going. Yeah. My third eye open, I can see past the commotion. Yeah. I live on the side with the chosen. Higher dimensions we going. Yeah. I'm guaranteed to check like TSA. 1 in a million like Elise say. My words come with 50 million in the base. Set my intention, let it marinate. You get a vibe dope and you get rid of weight. We come together, we need each other in a special way. Sun gazing, Pinot Glendy calcification. Sunbathing this neural melanin activated. Daily affirmations of truth, no affidavit. Shadow work can be a big part of manifestation. I don't want it if it's tainted. And I'm not here to be famous. It's a lot that I came with. I did a lot of explaining. And I talk it how I live it. You don't evolve, then you fall for anything you giving. I'm giving everything that